So what we want to do is anticipate that God is going to have for us the exact gratifying, fulfilling, satisfying reality for us that will match the perfect godly desires that we'll then have.
Right.
Thanks for joining us for more Bible Answers. We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Welcome back to Ask Pastor Mike, and we've got a question here from someone who says they're dreading going to heaven because they feel like all we're going to do is sing for all eternity. He says he doesn't even like singing.
Yeah.
Pastor Mike, what should we tell someone who is dreading going to heaven?
Singing lessons, perhaps.
Oh, maybe, yeah, absolutely. We could provide some of those.
No, I guess this is a pretty common thing. It's not often vocalized, but people think if heaven is a big, long church service or a hymn sing, how can that be fulfilling and enjoyable? Here's the thing. We often take our earthly preferences and we think that we'll remain unchanged and we'll walk into this place and we won't like it. Right. Maybe someone doesn't like singing or whatever. Here's the thing, two problems. One is heaven's a lot more than a hymn sing, right? You can look in the Bible and see there's a lot more to it than that. We need to do some more research on what is actually there, what's going on, relationships, food, real life, tangible existence. All of those things, challenge, ministry, are all going to be the reality in the New Jerusalem. And we need to recognize it's not some ethereal singing, on a cloud, cotton ball cloud, right? And the other thing is we need to recognize, and I think C.S. Lewis did a great job on this with a little illustration, trying to explain to a little boy, the pleasures of marriage, and he doesn't get it. And all he can see is the ultimate pleasure is eating candy. And so he doesn't understand when you try to explain that, marriage is great. And he'll say, well, if it doesn't involve candy, how can it be great? And you recognize that he will change and get to a place where he recognizes the desires of his heart will be transformed.
I'm maturing.
Him, right? And so it'll be for us. We walk through the gates of the kingdom. Whatever that is there for us, God is designed to be the perfect complement to godly desires.
Right.
And that's what we'll have is godly desires. So we'll be like Christ. I think of 1 John 3, what we'll be is not yet known, but when we see him, we'll be like him because we'll see him as he is. So what we want to do is anticipate that God is going to have for us the exact gratifying, fulfilling, satisfying reality for us that will match the perfect godly desires that we'll then have.
Right.
And I can't imagine even with perfect godly desires that you've got some endless hymn sing. It won't be that, but it'll certainly involve, singing and worship. And at that point, you don't like singing now. I guess I can assure you that you'll like whatever worship we have there, which I'm sure will include singing, and your desires will be transformed.
Well, the great thing that you brought up in that 1 John passage, it's interesting. If you look at Jesus' life here on earth, he was just consumed with being pleasing to the Father. And so if we're going to become just like him when we get to heaven, whatever is going to be pleasing to the Father is going to be something that's entertaining to us, at least.
Sure. And I think the idea of Jesus saying, I'm going to gird myself to serve you, the servants, we know that he's going to do a great job in meeting our needs, and not only our needs, but I think really satisfying our desires. Right. And he wants us to store up treasure in heaven by our lifestyle here. And so the treasure of the eternal kingdom is going to be satisfying and joyful and great. I think people worry about relationships. There's no marriage in heaven. I'll do without a relation. Our relationships will be more gratifying than the best marriage on earth. Right. Whatever God has designed for us in terms of social needs, of connection, relationship, God has got that planned for us. And so we can be confident in that. Just do his will, do his work, look forward to the coming kingdom, study and understand it's not ethereal, it's not see-through. As I often say, it's not Casper the Friendly Ghost in a cotton ball cloud. It's very tangible and real, and it's something that if you study, you'll find out even without transformed desires that it's a lot more desirable than some of the Sunday school images that are created in our imagination. So, and then just recognize your transformed, mature desires are going to be much different than they are now.
Absolutely. Well, something to look forward to. And again, if you have a question for us, email us at askpastormike@compasschurch.org. We'd love to help you out. See you next time.